What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a Movie Emporium in-car review. Of course, I just saw Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, once again directed by Ryan Coogler. And yeah, so this is the last entry into the Phase 4 MCU portion of this universe. It was very choppy through most of it, which is fine. And we have our final sequel, or we have our new sequel to Black Panther, which, as we're aware, is not without kind of issues, with the simple fact that Chadwick Boseman is gone. You know, they have to deal with that. They changed the whole story around to kind of accommodate that, and it shows in the movie. And once again, we're focused on Wakanda, and we're introduced to this new world that includes Tenoch Huerta, who plays Namor, which is a new MCU character, and his kind of how he views the world. He is similar to another character you've seen in this franchise, and it's a movie about how do you go past, how do these characters like Letitia Wright's Shuri character, Angela Bassett's, you know, the King of Wakanda's character, Winston Duke's, and Baku, Martin Freeman's characters in this. What do you do in that aspect? And it deals with that on top of bringing in the character of Riri Williams, who plays Ironheart. It also, once again, like I said, introduces the world that is, of course, Namor's world. And so how's this movie overall? Like, how's it perform? How's it in the MCU? This is the best movie in this phase, I'll be fairly honest. It is not without its faults. The last act of this movie is completely by the books with Marvel. It follows the same pattern of, unfortunately, the last Black Panther movie. But what Ryan Coogler and his writers, his producers, and what they had to deal with, what they had to bring into this movie, I give them a lot of credit, because it's really difficult to have to deal with the fact that Chadwick Boseman died so unexpectedly. You know, he knew he was passing away, but I love how this movie wraps around that. It uses his death in a very heartfelt manner, I guess you could say, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that it didn't make it for a joke. It didn't make it for, you know, kind of goofiness. There was some heart to it. And it really, you can really feel the emptiness that Chadwick Boseman is no longer there. And you kind of feel the conflict between Shuri. You feel the conflict of, you know, Angela Bassett's absolutely fantastic in this movie, as she always is. She's fantastic. But you really, she's the star of this movie in the essence of like her performance and her bravado. And I did like Namor. I think his character is a little too by the books. It is definitely not as strong as Killmonger, because he is kind of the not protagonist, but he's kind of the main, I guess, villain in a lot of respects. I think Tenoch Huerta, what he's doing is fantastic. I think it's a character that needs a little more substance. I hope he gets kind of his own story, and this world gets shown, because it is very familiar in the essence that we've seen. I know it may have come in the same time frame as Aquaman, but I don't know. I feel like we're getting the same characters. And as much as I like the Riri Williams character, I think she wasn't really needed in this movie. It's a way to kind of bring her into the system that is this world, the MCU. And I appreciate the actress who comes in to do this. But, you know, like I said, Letitia Wright and, you know, Lupita Nyong'o, Gurira, and stuff like that are in this movie, and they're fantastic. And if I only had any qualms, I think the suit technology is just, it's going all over the place. I think they need, you know, I know this world is technologically advanced and stuff like that, and I get it, but they're really just stretching at this point, to be really honest. I think the Ironheart suit was just made too easily in this movie, and I think once Ironheart comes out, it'll make the character a little bit better. But it's just the fact that she does everything so quickly. It's a little too fantastical for my taste. But Ludwig Göransson's, you know, his music is really good as usual, and once again, Ryan Coogler's direction is fantastic. I'm not going to spoil anything else outside of that. Just like what my initial thoughts. I do think it's a great, not great, but I think it's a entertaining film. I think it has some great messages about grief and loss. I also think the mid-credit sequence in this movie, which I won't spoil, is absolutely just fantastic. It's one of the best mid-credit sequences I've ever seen, because of the nature of what it presents and what it's trying to do. And once again, the honor and tribute to Chadwick Boseman in this movie is definitely felt. So it is wonderful, and is is fantastic. It's just, once again, I have to leave off on a negative. It is very long. It needed to be cut down by like 20 minutes or so. Once again, for this phase 4 and the stuff that's been put out, you know, you had like this year Doctor Strange and Thor Love and Thunder and some of the TV shows outside of Miss Marvel. I think this is the best that's come out so far. So with that said, that's where I'm going to leave it. That is my kind of non-spoilers take for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, now in theaters. The last entry in the phase 4 before Ant-Man Quantumanium comes out as phase 5. So without further ado, that's my take on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. As always, you know, it's a Marvel movie, so it'll do very well. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Comment below what you think of this movie. I know you're going to see it. Everybody's going to see this movie, so let me know what you think. Otherwise, if you like what you see on the channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like these videos, awesome. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys next time in my car for the next review, whatever that is. So peace out, guys.